should be asking. So there's one question that no young person should ever have to answer. That question being, what do you want to be when you grow up? I'm sure everyone in here today, myself included, have heard this at least a handful of times in their life. Whether it's coming from your teachers, your parents, or the doctor who's trying to calm your nerves before they shove a beautiful Novocaine into your mouth, this inquiry seems inescapable. And as a child, I was always stumped by this question. You mean I'm supposed to know what I want to do for the rest of my life? I don't even wash my own clothes. Haven't had a single job. How am I supposed to know what I want to do in 20, 30 years down the road? And I think this is the case for a lot of us, is that we're constantly bombarded with this question, yet few of us are actually able to answer it with confidence. There are even adults who, despite being years into their professional careers, may find it challenging to produce a sufficient reply. And I think I'm finally starting to understand why that is. You might be reassured to know that this inability to produce a concrete response is not your fault, but rather a result of the question itself. After all, the question is inherently loaded. Asking a young person what they want to be when they grow up traps them into offering a grossly limited reply. The question instills this skewed depiction of life, especially on the tractable minds of young people, forcing them into thinking that the point of all of this is merely to become something someday. Our focus is thus redirected towards the future, which simultaneously removes us from the present moment and thrusts us in the direction of the something that we've verbally committed to becoming on countless occasions. And as we begin to transcend adolescence, the negative reverberations of all of this incessant questioning are brought to light. More time is spent worrying about who we want to be, what we want to be in the future, than who we want to be in the present moment. Our sights are dead set on becoming something, and we don't ever really know exactly what that something is going to be. So, as our sights are set on becoming something, and our time and energy is allocated into tracking down this what that will continue to haunt us into our adulthood, we are confronted with this mindset. And the mindset is promulgated by the question of what we want to be when we grow up. And it's ultimately reducing us to objects and stripping us of the very thing that makes us human. We are all living beings, yet we get so caught up in determining and fulfilling our what, so attached to the idea of becoming something that we tend to surrender all of our essence to a position or a title. And in short, I believe that we're being led to believe that life is something that it truly isn't. And I think this is unfortunately the case for a large majority of us, is that we tend to feel ashamed if we don't know what we want to do, tend to feel condemned by the urgency to figure it out before it's too late, and we feel disappointed when we remain unfulfilled even after having done so. We trudge through our younger years focusing on what we want to be one day, and in doing so, we place success in a far-off land which we aren't even guaranteed to arrive at. This conception of success is highly exclusive, reserved only for those who have reached their destination of becoming something. After all, is it an aspiring doctor only deemed successful once they've actually become one? You see, we have a pretty ugly picture painted here. Young people are constantly being urged to decide upon a vocation and dedicate their lives to it. They're being taught to value what they want to be more than who they want to be. They're being brought up in a false reality where people are defined by their titles and success is available only to those who have them. However, this notion of reaching success is vastly limiting. If success is just a destination to be reached, where do I get the directions? And what am I supposed to do when I get there? Just kick back, relax, and rest easy, knowing that I finally made it? By thinking of success as a destination, we create these misguided boundaries as to what we can and can't accomplish. don't get me wrong, getting a good job is important, and promotions definitely have the benefits. But if you rely on those moments to define your success, you're essentially inhibiting yourself. In other words, if you tell yourself you've made it, you leave yourself with nowhere to go, and there's nothing else left out there for you. But that's the most exciting part about life, is that there's always room to develop new skills, to take on new endeavors, to change the things in life that we don't agree with. Restricting success to a destination only restricts our ability to grow, to accomplish, to be someone in a world of some things. I just recently returned home from South Africa, where I was working with Imagine Scholar, a nonprofit organization that offers a youth development program to students in grades 9 to 12. And although the students came from homes and communities that are impoverished well beyond American standards, they all shared this perspective on life that just totally captivated me. During the month that I spent engaging with the students, they never centered conversations around the things they didn't have. And what's more is that there was little talk about things they wanted to obtain in the future or titles they wanted to embrace following university. Rather, the concern was with the present moment and showing gratitude for every day, finding value nestled in every moment. They sought to learn everything they could about the world and themselves and really held true to this distinctly inquisitive and genuine nature. They had goals, and plenty of them, but they rarely concerned reaching a certain position or point in their life. Rather, the concern was about understanding one's actions, one's beliefs, one's thoughts, one's motives. Ultimately, just understanding oneself in its truest form. And thus, by the time I left the program, I felt that the students had completely redefined success for me. I no longer see it as a destination, as something you work tirelessly throughout your entire life to achieve. I see success as a vehicle, something that you embody as you navigate your way through the winding roads of life. Success is defined by a particular vocation or achievement in your career, by receiving a promotion or an accolade. It's not defined by becoming the what or the something that you outlined over the span of your childhood. Success is defined by your character, by your values, by the person you are after you clock out of your 9 to 5. And if you want proof of this, just fast forward to your funeral. What do you think people are going to be talking about? Odds are they'll be reflecting on who you were as a person, not who you were as an employee. Therefore, I think it's time to allow today's youth to share in the success, to free them from these narrow-minded constraints of becoming something someday, to start asking the question that really matters. And I'll start by asking all of you, who do you want to be right now? In other words, what beliefs do you want to guide your actions? What values do you want to uphold? What is it that you want to stand for? What message do you want to send to the world? How do you want to be remembered? I feel that if you can successfully answer these questions, you can truly understand yourself in the way you think life ought to be lived. You can find success at this very moment and carry it with you throughout the remainder of your life. So, the next time someone asks you what you want to be when you grow up, don't feel obliged to produce a response, because that response is not what defines you. The point of life is not to be something, not to reach the concrete slab of success 20, 30, 40 years down the road, if you even make it there. The point of life is to be someone, to be the person you truly aspire to be, and to begin being that person at this very moment. I'd like to leave everyone with a quote that I found online by some guy named Albert Einstein. And it reads, "Try not to become a man of success, but rather try to become a man of value." Thank you.